Now, guys, we are back, man. And look, the irony is, it's not all the time we don't talk, but look, it looks like everybody brought some finished whiskey. So walk them through what is a finished whiskey.
So usually finished whiskey is a whiskey or bourbon or rye even that you put into a second barrel that's already been used for something else, like rum, or it's a specific wood or a specific thing they want to do to impart more flavors into it. Sometimes that can be done with barrel, sometimes that can be done with wood type, sometimes that can be done with even a maturation of mixing the products.
Now, let me ask you this too, Chess, because when you look at that, so if it says 11-year on the bottle, if it was 11 years, let's say, in a white oak bourbon cask, it's bourbon whiskey, right? It's bourbon. Bourbon is whiskey.
Yeah.
All bourbon can be whiskey, but not all whiskey can be bourbon.
Correct.
All that.
Same as Scotch. All
So
Scotch
if it's
is whiskey.
11-year bourbon whiskey, and then it gets, how long does it have to be in a port cask, and does that add to the years?
It does add to the years,
Okay.
but it is considered a finished whiskey at that point.
Okay, and how long does it have to be in that barrel for it to be considered finished?
1 day.
Yeah. Instantly. As soon as you put it in that cask, it's finished.
So as long as it's in there for 24 hours, it basically can be a finished whiskey.
Yeah, and it's no longer a straight bourbon at that point.
Yeah, it loses that title and gets a finished whiskey, and it could be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We've seen Tim finish whiskeys in a cask for what? A few hours.
Especially tests and things like that.
Yeah. But you know, if it holds up quick, they'll dump something in and dump
What it
out.
can do is it can impart all these flavors that you can't naturally get from bourbon or whiskey or rye. You're not going to get the rums or the Caribbean cask or the lychee.
Dude, I can't wait to try that one, bro. And oh wow,
Dude, you know what's crazy?
how sick is that, bro?
Piggyback. Whistle pig. That's
Yeah,
whistle pig.
Hey, and look at the color, bro.
I told you, Marcus Hill, I said I need an African.
It's as
one.
dark.
I
It's as
want-
dark
I want
as
some
that.
Kunta Kinte whiskey.
Hey man, you be speaking stuff into existence, bro. I swear.
Because it's like
Dude, we do need to get a pet pig, bro.
So like, that.
I don't know, man. That actually
My dog's
That'd
a
be
pig.
cool, bro.
My dogs will tear that pig up.
So like that.
No,
that one had,
no, pig with a little tusk.
Yeah, so like most of your finished whiskeys had a fill before. This one accomplished it just by using wood. This Spanish oak.
Yep.
That was the second barreling, and that's the other thing. A double oaked whiskey is technically a finished whiskey.
So double oaks aren't really even bourbon, are
Yeah,
they?
even if it's white oak twice, it can't be a straight bourbon.
But
It's a
Rebecca Creek, this is a Texas whiskey?
Yeah.
But
But
they
sourced
source-
from MGP.
Ah, they
But
smart.
remember, we tried this with Chris a while back. Me,
Which
you,
one's
and
Chris?
Crosson. Remember?
Where's he at?
The knife guy.
The duck, the duck guy too.
knife.
Watching the ducks, remember?
We're not gonna go there. We're gonna leave that one alone. Out of these, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
What's one of your favorite ones out of this one here? And you brought some good ones, so please do.
Yeah.
We'll get a good video. But walk them through what you brought here and what happened, the history of this stuff.
Well, there's just crazy uniqueness here. None of them taste alike. First of all, so this is a corn 100% corn whiskey finished in a peach brandy barrel.
Oh, dude.
So-
I want to take that home.
So this one's wild. A lot of times, a cigar blend is what people are familiar with a finished whiskey, and it's kind of sometimes a triple finished whiskey: Armagnac, sherry. What's the other one? Cognac. And then this one, believe it or not, is not a cigar. This is a cigarette
Oh, that's kinda
blend.
disgusting.
It's going to taste like an ashtray, but it's great.
Have you had it before?
Have you smoked cigarettes in your life?
Have you had it before?
I have.
Okay, so it really does taste like a cigarette butt?
It does.
That's cool,
It
bro.
makes me want to go back to college because that's the last time I smoked a cigarette.
This one's gotta be very high rye.
It don't smell like no menthols. That's for damn sure.
No, it's more like a camel. A Lucky Strike.
Unfiltered.
This one's probably the most, I guess, sought after maybe on the table. This is a short release that Rebecca Creek did for like 3 or 4 years, all different proofs, all single barrels that were refinished into Spanish oak barrels. I think secondary on this bottle is somewhere around 250.
Yeah, you can't get those. They're hard to get.
And now the only way they do this is at the distillery.
Now,
Once a year, right?
since we're talking about Texas whiskey, Eric, you two brought Iron Root.
Yeah.
And this is a finished whiskey, right?
This is
It's triple finished.
Triple finish. What's that?
Cigar
mean?
blend.
3 different barrels, 3 different finishes.
Or how long does that take?
Depends.
Well, this says for this one specific, they did it. It's got a 10-year age statement. Saints Alley. It's a combination of 10 to 13-year-old whiskey with barrels from Indiana, Kentucky, and Texas.
So it's a blend and a finish.
Oh, wow. So it's a
Then-
blend of MGP. It sounds like another maybe
MGP,
distillery.
I believe the 13-year-old is
Yeah.
Heaven Hill.
And then their own
From
distillery.
Texas. And then it says finished in PX, and Olorosa casks for 5 years,
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
and then finished in Armagnac for 8 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Comes in at 114 proof, and they have it labeled as a cigar blend.
Eric, how good is that one?
I think it's very good. It's probably one of the best releases Iron Root has done.
I think it's one of the best cigar blends this
Now,
year.
can I ask you guys this? Because one of the things you guys all love is whiskey. But even more importantly, what is it that connects you to each and every brand? Because I'm a brand guy, and part of my job is to find ways to communicate effectively, efficiently, and make sure that we stand out in anything that I do. But objectively, I go, man, so many brands, so many names, so many things on the shelf in any liquor store, right? What is it about the brand that you guys love whenever you're picking a new whiskey or a whiskey in general?
Yeah, I mean, it can be as simple as it's your flavor profile. I mean, I'm a turkey head.
Yeah.
Anything Wild Turkey comes out with, I'm going to try. Or
Aren't we turkey heads also
left.
because of the consistency though, Chance? We know we're not going to be let down.
yes, and we like the funk.
Yeah,
And the funk is definitely there for turkey.
for sure.
The other thing, like Iron Root, I mean, you go to their distillery, they're local to us, you hear their stories, you meet the family, you have a
I was
connection.
going to say it's the people with this.
No, they're
because
great
you have, You
people.
have access to the family. And
The Licorice family are phenomenal.
They don't
people.
hide anything, they'll take you in their ricks, they'll give you some special stuff, they'll show you how they do it, why they do it, they'll even let you come volunteer to bottle it.
They care. They care.
So, once you've heard that story, you have an automatic connection to those people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt that the whiskey's pretty good too.
And that one is finished. This one is not finished, but this one was
Look at the color on that.
using some of their original barrels that they filled. So that 10 is for their 10-year anniversary.
Right.
Has all been in business?
107
Yep.
months, so just shy of 9 years. 1 month shy of 9
So some of their
years.
original stuff.
Some of their original stuff.
Wow.
And they came out with two teams, Team Danger and Team...
This one is Team Danger because the barrels that they married together, I don't know their names, but the grandkids
The kids, yeah.
had their names on a barrel
Right.
that
Oh,
they
cool.
were saving for whatever. Well, they saved it for the 10th anniversary, so they married those two barrels, and combination of the
Of their
names
names.
came up with
Yeah.
Danger.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And this one is 127.8 proof, so it is the oldest that they've released
Of their distillate, yeah.
of their distillate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their.
What's
own.
really cool and unique about this too is this is going to be a blend of this one is column and pot stilled.
Okay.
Column
So
and pot still.
right,
Yeah,
different
so pot
types of
still.
distillery methods, right?
Exactly.
So straight up and down.
One
And-
big still with a pot, and then the
And the
columns.
Yeah, and
Big
they
round fat pot.
they taste differently because
They do.
the column strips out a lot of the conjugers and flavor notes.
And what is the conjurer?
Conjugar is like a byproduct or a small piece of the blend or of the mash, actually. The
grain.
Yeah, you create a mash, and then it puts off all these gases and all these byproducts, and sometimes conjugars are byproducts. Sometimes they taste good, sometimes they don't. If you do column still, you strip all those out and you get down to the base. If you do pot still, it's impossible to strip them all out because it's just a cycle that uses evaporation and
So you run the risk of those conjugars possibly making your mash not taste so good,
Yeah.
or tasting really good.
Right.
So some people prefer the column because they know what they're getting. Other people will shoot the dice.
Yeah.
They know their grains.
And I've become attuned to like recognizing the difference between pot still and column still now.
Just
because-
off the taste.
Yeah, because
Nice.
one just tastes a lot cleaner, and there's other byproducts in the pot still that I can taste. It's not a bad thing,
Yeah.
usually, but it's one of those things that just becomes apparent to you over time. But the fact that those two are mixed together, that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. And I think for speaking on Irish whiskey, I think Redbreast is a pot, right?
Yep, yep. And then Woodford.
Willet's a pot.
Woodford's a pot.
Willet is pot.
Guys, what it sound like I need to know what pot to put this whiskey in.
Sazerac. Sazerac's a pot distilled, I think.
I didn't even hear about these pots and pans and whatever else they cook
called?
whiskey in
Well, I
until
got
now.
the Sazerac t-shirt that's got a big pot.
I think that's marketing.
Oh, maybe it is. It's at the Sazerac house too.
Oh, okay.
But I'd like to try the Sazerac foolproof.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
That's
sure at one
basically,
time.
that's basically like a young Thomas Andy.
Yeah, I'm sure at one time they were pot stilled.
Yeah.
Everybody was at one time.
Sure.
You know what, guys, for one, in case I don't say thank you a ton, because part of me doing this is like, how far can we take whiskey education? Well, Chance is right there with us at the blendery. And so I'm like, now I know to listen a little bit more when we're going into, remember when we went to MGP? And they were like, hey, don't do this, don't do this. And you walk in there, you could feel, it was like a steam room of just whiskey.
You smell it, huh?
Oh no, it was worse than that. I don't even know how to describe
I know,
this.
I
was-
felt it.
I've been in it's
Felt
heavy.
it. Yeah.
It was
The
like
alcohol.
a tingle in your eyeballs to your ear to your fingers. I was like,
And you look up and there's 12.
You ain't
ventilation
even
fans.
got to consume to get drunk in
it
there.
was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Cool.
And I'm just a year in.
And they aren't set up for tours.
Yeah,
They're-
but mind
they're just
you,
industrial.
Mind
Yeah.
you, that people don't get that access. So
Well, I know
you're
they
saying
literally
you're a
don't
year
let
in.
people come in
That's
access.
like once in a lifetime opportunity.
100% there. I would imagine the average person
Would never.
or anybody for that matter, because it wasn't a bunch of like they almost didn't know how to do tours.
No.
They don't do tours.
They brought in some retired guy to do it.
Yeah, dude retired, sold whiskey. Was a person? Did he sell Tim? Oh, the other guy sold Tim.
Yep.
And he got called in to do our tour. They had no clue how to do tours. That's where I was like this. I said, Tim, what's going on here, dude? I was like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, what's going on here, Tim? I'm like, these people don't know what to do. Like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
And he was like, it was, and then Tim let him know in the email, like it was kind of shitty. Like they didn't know, they didn't ask us to follow through. There was no follow up. They didn't give us access to stuff. Tim came to write him a check. There was no check at the end.
They watered down all our whiskey before we got there.
Oh my God, that part, Kenny.
Well, good thing. Thank God for Green River and OZ Tyler's.
Yeah, they saved the day.
Yeah, they did, but because Tim's primary source of whiskey comes from MGP. So I would tell you this, like you said, but he was there. I've seen stuff, and from a business standpoint, it wasn't it was like wow. Then it was like what the
It
hell?
was wild, but it was lackluster on their follow through and on the product that they brought to you. Like they could have took a little
the products
more.
was good, but they didn't have none of it.
They didn't understand their customer or the purpose of our visit.
Yeah.
There was definitely
You're
ball
like, bro,
drop.
You know how much barrels these? It's like
Ball drop. Ball drop.
Newfield, such and such.
But
What was
MGP is
what was
such a
that one
big
that they brought out
producer.
that we were like, oh shit, that's the one.
Oh, the 100% malted barley. Or 100% malted rye.
But can I tell you this though? You know those guys push so much booze that they. And I'm not trying to be a dick. They just don't give a fuck.
But we knew more about them than they knew about them.
Oh, I believe that.
Because like we want to go to this warehouse and
Was
test
it
barrels. Yeah. Because we've gotten honey holes out of there
Hey,
before,
people,
right?
look, let me tell you this.
But
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was there.
they need somebody that runs that joint to really hone in on that customer
and they've
experience with their people that come by, batches from them or barrels,
and they've never had to do that before. They've always sold everything they've made, right?
Yeah, but they also never did social media until
are
recently too.
Times have changed.
Well, yeah, exactly that part too. Because Tim
Yeah.
said, "Look at this. Look at this."
I noticed it first. I sent it to you. I was like, look at this
He
shit.
was like, "Look at this." I
Yeah.
said, "Tim, you don't understand. This matters. They don't know how to do it. So even, they can try to follow the format. It won't work. Because when they're shooting that stuff, I can shoot that stuff. I've literally shot that stuff. There's nothing they can do that I can't do. The only thing they can't do.
Anything you
is
can do, I can do better.
all day, every day. Now, at anywho, we went into a few finished whiskeys. We'll get into a few more in the next episode, guys. Thank you for that knowledge. I mean, I feel like this is kind of stuff that gets people to think more about whiskey and their experience and how to even create their profile, right? I asked them when you wasn't here, we did one, and I just said, hey, what got you into collection? What are you looking for? And we've all talked about the hundreds of thousands of bottles some people own, and it took 1,000 for them to be like, I like this lane. I kind of know where I land. I know for a fact I would only drink high-end whiskey. So we got $2,000-$3,000. Just give me a couple of them bottles because I ain't gonna drink it that fast no way. But even more importantly, I only want the good shit, not that regular shit, not that other shit. No screwballs, no screw. Oh, they made me take a shot of that screwball.
That shit's good with cranberry. Make a peanut butter and jelly shot.
Fuck no, guys, keep it whiskey.
Oh, they're good.